Clear? So now the very first thing which I'm going to talk, how to create an assignment in. So once you are, I believe you all know what is assignment, like any kind of submission which we give. Okay, write two questions and submit the assignment. Likewise. So once we go and click on assignment part, then we find a title. We can write, like I have written, write a paragraph on post COVID-19 challenges. And if I wish to give any special instruction, then those instructions can be also mentioned here. And if I wish to provide any material, any document, any notes, so that can be also sent from here by adding. Once you add again those four links, YouTube, Google Drive, Doc, option will come and you can select any one of them. So this was the question which, and after that, at your right hand side, again, you will find for. So as I told you that under this Gmail ID, there are two classes. So one class webinar by this and this. So that option, that question will go to particularly this webinar by Altai Khandesh chapter. And now I can give the marks also. So points, how many marks I wish to give, 100 marks, 50 marks, that can be also covered through this particular option. And I wish that this assignment should be submitted within a day. So I can also assign or give a date and restrict them to submit their assignments. And after this, they can't submit their assignments through this channel, obviously, because once they enter their classroom, they will find a question. And once they find the question, they need to type or write or anything, and then they can submit. But once the due date is over, they won't be able to submit their assignments. And again, let's see, time and date comes here. So I can give any time and date. And now the important factor of this assignment, rubrics. So rubrics, I believe you all are, everybody is teacher and you know the evaluation scheme on which part we are going to give how many marks. Let's see. So just to, if you wish to create that rubric, then go and click on this particular encircle tab, rubric, and then as I'm saying, scoring. So this first one, use scoring. So I'll be scoring as ascending or descending order. That is my own wish as a teacher. And then I'll mention the title. If you have written this particular thing, then we will be giving you this much marks. Let's see, the question paper is of 100 marks. So in that case, if you have written a cohesive and coherent paragraph on these parameters, so accordingly we can divide our rubrics and we can mention each and everything here. Like you need to write that assignment within 2000 words as a project. If you submit a project of less than 2000 words, then you are not going to get 50 marks. Likewise, this is totally our own discretion and how we are dividing it. And all the things can be written under this part. And you see there is a marks options also, like how many marks you wish to give for how many criteria. So accordingly, we can divide and decide what to means what I'm expecting from the students and what they need to write here. Then once we have created our assignment, now the second option is quiz. I think you all know. If I go back, you will see this assignment and quiz assignment. These two things are different. Assignments, in assignment, a student can take own time leisurely. He can submit anytime, he can write anytime because it takes time. But in quiz, they have to submit immediately and Once we click on quiz part on that, you must have seen, I have shown you that there are four options: stream, classwork, quiz, and the fourth option. So click on quiz option. Again, you will find a kind of title, what is all about, and then if you wish to give any specific instructions, so give the instructions. And once you have done so, you will find a kind of blank quiz here that is known as Google Form. The same thing, like either you can go to directly go to quiz or blank form, Google Form, or you can enter through the classroom. Yes, if you enter through the Google Classroom, in that case, all the answers, any remark, any particular information which you are typing on that broadcast in the very beginning, like on the stream page, so that will go all together for all the things through this particular option. So now I'm talking about Google Forms, which can be used as Google Forms as well as quiz also, both. Simply there are a few special things which we need to tell, and I'll let you know how to do that. So any doubt till now, any one of you? Okay, I can find. Uh, okay, somebody here, Naveen Mehta has asked a question that during lockdown, Google Classroom Boon for learner, but how to make it user friendly as they have to deal with heterogeneous classroom situation. Yeah, okay. Sir, definitely I'll come to this particular question, because first we need to understand. I believe I haven't till now. I haven't told anything new. I haven't shared anything new with you all. But in Google Form, now I'm going to share so many nitty-gritties due to which you can make your Google Form very interesting, and the students will definitely attract towards your particular form or quiz. So now, Google Form blank quiz. It's a process, it's a way where we can create question answer in our own way. We can conduct quizzes, obviously, and the most important factor of this, we can generate certificates. In the classroom, if our students are performing well, then we say in front of all the entire class, well done, what a performance. And all these things are required for a wonderful classroom, because we need to give a kind of motivation to our students. In that case, the certificates can be generated through this Google Form immediately without any reply, without any delay. Yes, if you are using licensed version, then n numbers of the certificates can be produced. But if you are using this Gmail only, in which 15 GB drive is allowed to use, then you can, in one go, you can generate 100 certificates per day. So I think that is not an issue. We can use two or three IDs and we can generate with in parts, So that can be also done. And in the quiz, we can also add image and YouTube just to make it very user friendly. Let's see, they are interested in any movie and we are teaching any literature subject. So just to analyze, or the film adaptation part, if you are teaching, so we can upload a YouTube link through that Google form, and they can visualize it, they can understand it, and then they can write their answers. So that is what, these are the few things through which, which we are using this Google form. And there are various kinds of questions. MCQs, multiple choice, drop down, linear scale, check boxes, multiple grids, many kinds of questions can be asked. So I think few things in which will let you know some important nitty-gritties how to create those questions. I'll come to that part just now. So the very first thing, you how to create, I believe 100% people know how to create simply just as a protocol. I'm just again we'll go to our Gmail and we'll click on this particular nine dots grid, and then we'll once we create, we find these kind of options. Then we can go to forms, or if we find first this kind of option, so either we can go to this classroom through where we have created and we can just click on that, or if you wish to go directly, then we'll go to click on more, then we'll find forms and we'll click on forms, then we go to Google Forms, we'll click, and then we find this kind of window ultimately. So this window can be found through two options. One, either Google Classroom. So simply once you have created a classroom, you can enter from that quiz part and you will come here. Or if you haven't created your Google Classroom, so you can enter through this process also. So you can create, you can generate any kind of forms. Although it's advisable to first to go through the templates. Although you can create your own question, like by clicking on this blank form. And then if you go to template gallery, you find these three kinds of templates: personal, work, and education. These three particular templates we find in that template gallery, and we find under the personal, contact information, find a time, RSVP, party invite, t-shirt design, event registration, automatic inbuilt forms are there under that template. In the work, event feedback, let's see, I have also created an event feedback which I have already shared through Google Classroom. So those who have accepted the invitation sent by me yesterday, they must be in the classroom and they can see that Google form in which I asked for your feedback. That is already up. So you all can fill that feedback form. Order form, job application, so many things we find under work template. And then under the education part, we can create blank quiz because I know best what kind of questions I need to give. Let's see, I'm talking of communication. So I'll create my own questions. I don't want to go with the template questions. Exit tickets, assessment, there are various things. So this is the kind of, brief you can say for Google Forms or quizzes. Now, what can be added? What kind of questions? What can be added during when we are creating our Google Form? The first thing, if you see the first option, the first symbol, that says you can add questions, as many questions you wish to add. Then import questions. Let's see, you have already created many Google Forms, many Google quizzes, and then you wish to add on some questions from there. So the questions can be also imported from there. Then title and descriptions. If you wish to, let's see, in our question papers, we see the section A, attempt and write in 30 words or 50 words. Section B, it's a short, you can attempt any 6 questions out of given 7 questions, and the answers must be 300 words. So likewise, the descriptions and titles can be given through this third option. Fourth, very well known icon through which we can add any image. And then the fourth one is very well again icon in which we can add videos. And the last option is sections. Again, section, there is a little difference between title and section. So title and description creates a kind of section A, section B, section C. But in section, add section, under question 1, you can give question 1A, 1B, 1C. So those sections can be added through this particular option. And now once you open,
क्या यार इतना चिपचिपा रहा है वहां पे ना वहां पे तो जाने की इच्छा नहीं, पता नहीं कुत्ते लोग क्या करके रखे हैं, वापस इधर किया क्या कर रहे हैं।
This is the beauty of ICT and technology. We can enjoy, we can enjoy the class. Just, just please be careful and listen to others. You will be find a very interesting things. Anyway, jokes apart, once you click on the first question, now just tell me, are you all comfortable through this slide or should I go on the live screen? Any one of you please reply, which will help me. I'll switch from here to my PPT. I'll directly go to the live screen.
I'm comfortable with the slides, sir.
Okay.
Yeah, sir, we are comfortable.
Okay. So once we have created a question and everything, I think that you all know. So you find this kind of button in which it says required. So you need to make sure you use this option and convert into required side and make all the questions mandatory by clicking on this. Now you can also see these three dots. So once you are looking at those three dots, once you click, so I'll come to that part later on. Simply first those six options which we have already discussed, how to add the questions, how to add the image, all these options you find here. So once you click on this, you are clicking on this particular option. So you find these kind of options: short answer, paragraph, multiple choice, check boxes, drop down, file upload, linear scale, date and time. These kind of options, these kind of questions can be given through this Google form. So this we have already discussed, but I wish to humbly request all of you, like there are two types of questions which you know, I don't need to tell and describe much. But when you're creating any question, be very careful. Let's see if I say, what is communication? I'm giving a question. So I'll be giving 4 closely related answers through which the students will not be able to go to Google and find the answer, because nowadays they are very smart. They can find out the options also from there. So the answers, now our task is very challenging. If I say a question, what is communication? Very simple question. Now the answers. I can say communication is a two-way process. First option. Communication is a process through proper channel. Now third option. Communication is a process in which we share and exchange our information, ideas through proper channel. So if you analyze these three particular options, more or less, in first instance, all the three options are correct. But the most appropriate is the third one. So in that case, the student will have to give a little thought. He will have to think, she will have to think, and then write. Whenever we are creating any question, so make sure you are giving closely related answers, or you can create or you can give case studies also. If I say I'm teaching etiquette, dining etiquette, business card etiquette, visiting card
Hello, sir.
etiquette. Yeah.
झालं सर, झालं.
Has somebody said something? Somebody said something?
अच्छा, तुम्हाला मेसेज आला का काही? बरं ठीक आहे.
Okay. So okay. Somebody has also said, please give a live session, live session, live session. Just a minute. Let me switch from this slide to the live session. Can you all see the screen? My screen? Yes, okay. So now, as I've told you that how to create the Google form, I have told all these things simply. I need to enter. So I'll click here. Again, I'll go to more options. Or one more thing can be done that I'll let you know right now. What you can do, and this is very important thing, go to your drive, click here. Once you are entering the drive, always make sure you create a folder for any kind of question answer. So just I'm creating a folder. And even you can just understand or that this is a very challenging task also. Why so? Because the student can listen to you as well as they can
मैं
enjoy
नहाने
this.
जा रहा हूँ। ये क्वेश्चन मेरा पूछेगा, नवीन मेहता का क्वेश्चन है हमें।
मैं तो बाहर
आप बोले तो महाभारत की
Okay, somebody is also watching Mahabharata. So they are okay. So I have created this folder Khandesh chapter LTI. Now I'll click on this folder. Once I've created on this, then I will now I can generate Google Doc, Google Sheets, Google Slides, and Google Forms. So first we'll talk about Google Forms. So I've created this window. I've clicked on this. So you see, you find this option. Then you find this kind of option also. Very important thing. Make sure you convert, you change this untitled form into your any subject. Let's see, the subject is Google Form. We'll type Khandesh. Fine. So whatever you have written, it will automatically come here. Just see, it came here without any further changes here. So once we have added here, if I wish, I want to add some description here. So I can add a description or I can write here. Somebody is doing some work. I think Praveen is calling. Just a minute. Let me take his call. Yeah.
लाइट बंद करना।
हेलो हेलो आवाज नहीं बरोबर हेलो माले सर आवाज नहीं बरोबर हाँ आवाज नहीं बरोबर माले सर
Just a minute, because I got a call from Praveen and he said I need to.
आवाज नहीं
I need to allow a few people to join.
I will take the class.
Okay, so I have allowed them to join, all of them. They all have joined now. So what I was saying that you find untitled form written here. Please change as per the name of your folder or any new class name, and make sure
Don't be very noisy. Very noisy. Very noisy. Very noisy. बहुत ही नंबर शेयर
okay. So once I have given the name to this particular form, I can generate questions. As I've shown you that there are six options. So you can write any question. How is or
Hello.
yes, yes.
That's very nice lecture, sir.
Thank you so
Hello,
much.
sir.
Thank you so much.
Hello.
But let me finish.
Very noisy.
Let me finish. So
Very
the
noisy,
very
very
first
noisy.
question which I'm writing here: what is your opinion for Google Form? So once I have written this
Male
question,
sir.
may I please
Male sir.
request? May I please request each and everyone?
Male sir.
Somebody is calling someone. May I please start now? Okay. So what is your opinion for Google Form? I can see these kind of options here, like short answer, paragraph, multiple choice, check boxes. So it's my wish, or what kind of attribute I wish to evaluate or assess. Let's see. As for the Bloom's taxonomy, I wish to understand their remembering power, their memorization power, their analytical power. So in that case, I'll be making questions accordingly. So now I'll click on multiple choice questions here, and I can give options here. Excellent. Once I have already mentioned, make sure you click on tab button, TAB, tab button on your laptop. So you will automatically find few options as see, good, fair, and poor. So I'll add, so it will, decrease the efforts. So in this, I'll add all. Once I've added all, without any delay, it added all the questions, all the options. Now, all the options are ready. I'll go to required part. As I told you that we need to make it mandatory. I'll click here. Once I clicked here, I'll go to these three buttons. So here, description, go to section based on answer. So if I have, see, in multiple choice questions, if I have given section wise options, which I told you that question 1A, 1B, 1C, in that case, I need to use this. Otherwise, I should not use this. And the question will be as the same. Now I'll go to next question. So I'll click on this portion, add question. Who is Prime Minister of India. The first option is, again I'll click on tab button, but Google could not recognize few options. Maybe after this it can recognize few options. So Manmohan Singh. And again I'll make it mandatory. And again, I'll not do anything with this particular option on these three buttons. Now I'm going to tell you how can you use these three options. So in that particular option can be used in short answers or paragraphs. Let's see. This I'm giving short answer questions. Like this it will come. Then I'll go to required portion. Now, here you can play. Click here, go to response validation. Make sure you go to response validation. Click on this. Once you click on response validation, you find this kind of option. Text, length, regular expressions. So on numbers also. All these things can be allowed in this answer. I want only text should be written. Or if I say, I'll go to numbers now. I'll click on number. Numbers should not or should be equal to, let's see. So I'll fix 25 words. Now you can't write more than 25 words. So if you wish to analyze their critical thinking as well as their analytical skills also while writing any options, or if you wish to improve their writing skill, so anything can be written in 5 words if you know the writing style, or 200 words also, the same question. So but the question must be like that. Don't assume that the same question can be answered in different ways in minimum numbers of them. Clear? So,
hello. Sound very noisy.
Here, number, like the answers will be not more than 25 words. Now I'll show you the preview of this particular question by which you can easily understand. So what is your opinion for Google form? I'll click on excellent. Who is Prime Minister of India? I'll click on Narendra Modi. Then what is the impact of COVID-19? Now I'll write answers. And as I've told you that students will not be able to write more than 25 words. I'll show you. I'm simply typing anything, okay? See? You can see this kind of option. Must be a number equal to 25. Clear? So this is a kind of device which you can use to analyze their skills. Now I'll go to, once again, go to my go to my form which I was creating. I'm leaving this option part. Now how can we use other options apart from this short answer? I'll click on this, maybe who will suffer a lot and here I want a kind of analytical answer. So I'll go to multiple choice grid options. Row 1, higher class. Row 2, lower class.
योद्धे या म्हणजे कोरोना वॉरियर्स म्हणजे काय, कोरोनामध्ये आता पोलीस आहेत, डॉक्टर्स आहेत, नर्सेस आहेत, याला योद्धा म्हणतात.
Okay, I think Tanisha has raised her hand. Let me unmute her. Yeah, Tanisha, please ask your question. What do you want to ask? Tanisha, are you there? Milind has also raised his hand. Do you want to ask any question? Yogesh has also asked a question, means raised his hand. Is there any question?
Oh, sorry.
Please mute all participants. Sir,
Yeah,
sir,
yes. Who was Satish? Are you saying something?
हॅलो.
Yes.
हाँ सर, गूगल क्लासरूम से हिस्ट्री कैसे निकालते सर?
Huh?
गूगल क्लासरूम से हिस्ट्री, स्टूडेंट्स हिस्ट्री कैसे निकालते सर?
Let me finish first. I'll come to the end of Google Classroom where you can evaluate each and everything.
कैसे निकालते?
That part.
कितने स्टूडेंट्स अपना जो दिया हुआ मटेरियल है, है तो कितने लोगों ने देखा, वो कैसे निकालते हैं सर?
वो यहीं से आएगा, यहीं से आएगा. I'll let you know. Just give me some time. You know, let me finish first.
हाँ सर.
Fine. At the end, you will get to know how to evaluate it and where you can find the history and everything. Clear?
Sir, a question.
Okay.
Yeah, Tanisha, who is saying that?
Kusumanjali Deshmukh.
Yeah, please ask.
Sir, suppose we want to allow more than one answer for a MCQ question. If I want to evaluate students,
okay.
maybe
I'm coming to that part. Okay.
Fine.
Okay.
Thank you, sir.
Please note down all the questions. I'll give each and every answer of your questions, and let me finish first all these things. Clear? Okay. So the first thing, multiple choice grid. I think somebody has asked a question how to give multiple choice, means many options he or she can add it. And even that in the multiple choice, let me go to that question first. Here, like if I wish to add, I wish to think that anyone can change, or maybe first I'll give. So for that, just a minute. Yeah. So in this linear scale option or check boxes options, you can select more than one correct answers. I'll show you how. First, let me finish this multiple choice grid. So column 1 will be not affected. Not affected, highly affected. So this is what I have given for multiple choice grid, and I'll make it again mandatory. Then from once we click on these three options, then we can limit to one response per column. That I need to again click on it. Otherwise, they can click on, like I'll show you how they can do that. First, let me go to the preview part of this particular thing. See, the question which I created, who will suffer a lot due to COVID-19? So higher class, lower class, middle class, and poor, not affected, highly affected, mildly affected. Clear? Now, here only, I can click only in one response per row. Fine. Because I have changed the option through this. See, limit to one response per column. Fine. Now if I check it once again. So see, it has been done. Clear? So with the help of this, we can limit our students. Now we'll come to next part in which somebody has a question. So I'll also give the answer of that, in which any question see, if you write any relevant question which with the help of artificial intelligence Google can understand, so it will automatically add all. I have added all. Now it's required, and now I'll go to checkboxes. So once I have clicked on checkboxes, I'll need to go to response validation. Select at least, select most, select exactly. So this is again the options where I need to select the exact option, or at most option, or at least option. So first let go to and understand when we click on select at least, then what happened. Fine. See, are you getting the information properly? So more than one option can be clicked here. Did you get my point? If you go to this particular part and you select at least, now I wish only one option should be clicked by the student, then I'll click on select exactly. Fine. Now I'll go to again that form. I need to reload it. Now I won't be able, I can click the options, but an option will come, must select exactly 0 option. Like in that case, I need to give the answers here, that I'll let you know once we are creating the quiz, how you can generate the options here. Fine. Otherwise, I won't be able to accept, or this portion can't be accepted. So the difference between both, exactly and at least. In at least, you can choose all the options. In exactly, you can choose only one option. And although here it says that I can choose all the options, but you see the response, must select exactly 0 option, means any one option can be selected, otherwise it will not accept. If I removed all these things, so this is a required question, and this, just to avoid this, I need to, at the back end, I need to give the answer key. I'll let you know how that can be given. Clear? And then let me convert this into tick box grid. Again, are you getting information properly? Not proper. Interrupted network. And if I, again, we can limit to 1 response per column, or any option can be done. So I'll go to this particular portion once again. And once I reload this, see, this question has come like this, not proper. So multiple choice questions or multiple answers can be chosen with the help of this. So meanwhile, I believe you all have understood all these things. Just let me give you some nitty-gritties and let me finish this Google form. So I'm just sharing my slide once again. We were here, which we have already done: description, response validation, number, text, length, expression. And I have shown you that if you have restricted 30 words, 50 words, so students will not be able to write. Then on like numbers, I have already shown you, so no need to go ahead. The multiple choice questions, so in which this again I have shown you. Checkboxes I have shown you. Then in checkboxes, response validation, which I have shown you that at least, most appropriate, and select one. Likewise, these options can be given from our end. Once we fix, the students will be able to do the same thing which I am going to do that. and see, this is what we have already done. Then drop down box options, he or she can select one. So just to, if we variate, give the variation of types of questions. So students will be also finding this form of this quiz interesting. Now the important thing, you can also upload the file. You can request your student, you can ask your student to write something, take the picture and upload. So file upload option is very important, in which you can allow only specific types, or all the types of questions, all the types of files can be uploaded. That is your wish, maybe image, maybe PPT, maybe, because in my university, Amity University, I ask our students to prepare their PPT. And during this COVID-19, they are, means we are not sitting front face to face. So they are uploading their slides. Either they can send through mail or they can upload here, and by which we can download and we can show them during their presentations. Although we are working on MS Teams, so in which they come in the class and they can turn on their mic and camera and they can present that. But if I have given an assignment, so in MS Teams there is a poly option, but in Google Forms and Google Classroom, the file uploading option, in which you can ask them to upload, write. Let's see, you have given a question, they are writing on it on paper. Then they can take the picture and upload here. So while uploading, they can upload, see, document, spreadsheet, PDF, video, audio, image, drawing, presentation, anything can be uploaded excuse me, through this option. So maximum number of files, 10 files by one student can be uploaded. But I prefer just click on this 5 option. Don't go more than that 5, because 5 option, because most of us are using the free Gmail ID, in which 15 GB is the maximum limit of that. Otherwise, very soon we are going to exhaust the space, and then we need to purchase that particular Gmail space. So that is very expensive. Then the size of file can be also fixed by you. Either you can say 1 MB file, 10 MB file. So ideally 10 MB file is absolutely fine. You can click on 10 MB file and then they can upload their questions or assignments through this part. Now the important factor of this is, because the files will be stored in your Google Drive. And as I told you that you need to make a folder of the name of your classroom. Or if you are not, or if you have already created a Google Classroom, so in that Google Classroom, the files will come. Once files come, in that case, how you will identify who has done submitted his file or not. So make sure you ask your students to rename the file, like name of subject, maybe communication skills, the name of your subject, then name of assignment, underscore, name of assignment, third assignment, underscore, date, 22nd July, date, and then name of a person. This thing must be mentioned. So here you find name of subject will common for all. Name of assignment will common for all. Date will common for all. Maybe 1 or 2% can change. You will find these options, these files in your folder alphabetically ordered. And that will help you to fish out any assignment immediately. Clear? So this is important factor once you are uploading the file. Now there are 2 or 3 more options: linear scale and multiple choice options. So what is the difference between these? In linear scale, people can rate on your question on a scale. You can scale, your scale can start from 0 to 1, but make sure your last scale ends with even number. Fine, whole number. And then set a level of each and every scale. 1 to 5, anything can be done by you there. But in multiple choice question, multiple choice grid, you can limit people to one choice per column. So if I wish, others can give many options, then we can go with multiple choice questions where any question can be asked, any option can be selected. But in multiple choice grid, only one option will be selected by you all by clicking on this limit to one response per column, which I've already shown you. As I think I have shown you this particular thing in the live class also. Now, how to make it quiz? So let me share my screen once again. This my tab. Can you all see this form? Okay. Before I move further, this is your form which we were creating. I believe you all know, and I have told you how to create all these forms. This is Google form. Now, how can you convert your Google form into quiz? Click on this option, settings. Click here. You will find general, presentation, and quizzes. Click on quiz. Just so to convert your forms. Okay, before I move there, many people have asked the history. So the history can be evaluated from the response and answers. Here, nobody has replied this. That's why I'm unable to see any response. I'll show you your responses which you all have given yesterday. I'll show you, then I'll let you know how did I figure out. I'll go to my drive in yesterday's. A survey for session. I shared this form to all of you yesterday. So who has shared and what they want, what have they shared? Everything can be evaluated to this file. Even your email IDs, everything. I uploaded email IDs later on. So everything is mentioned here. So this is the part where you can find the option also. Or if you wish to have a kind of graphical understanding, so go to a form which you have already shared, and then you will see the responses. See, 109 people have replied till now, and just a minute. Now, who has given the reply? See, all the email IDs are mentioned here. Even the names, I asked for the names, so 109 names I can see. And see, out of 109, 92 people have selected entire Google Classroom. Google Forms 83, which comes under the entire. So from this particular chart, I analyzed that I need to go to Google Classroom. Fine. I think I'm clear enough to evaluate the history. How can you evaluate the history of any particular? So I was converting that Google form into quiz. So as I've told you that click on this setting options, you will find these options: general, presentation, and quizzes. If I wish to collect all the email IDs, then please click here. And you must have seen yesterday 2 or 3 people have given the 2 or 3 times reply. I did it intentionally because I didn't click here. But I want that one person through one email ID, only one option should be given. In that case, I need to click here. So now I need to log in through Google, and one option, only one person, only one, through one email ID, you can give the answer. And if I wish that you can also edit your options, then I need to click here. But this is risky thing. So don't ever click on this edit after submission. And if I wish, the students can see summary charts and text responses. This is totally your wish. If you wish, if they wish to see, you can click here. Likewise, I was looking at all the options. They can also see. Clear? This is in general part for Google Form as well as Google Quiz. Now to convert your Google Form into quizzes, click here and see, you can see option, make this a quiz. So once you are making it a quiz, in that case, you need to give the options, correct options. I'll let you know how you can give the correct options. Immediately after the release the marks, like marks can be given immediately once you're submitted, you will find your answers. Even I need to click on, if I say no, let me first evaluate, then that can be also done. But I request you, I prefer to go with immediately after the submission and pick on all these three columns, these three options also. Let's say in hurry, there are 50 questions. I missed one or two questions in scrolling down or scrolling up. So there must be a kind of pop-up which says missed questions. So click on this, click on correct answers, click on point values and save it. Now I have saved it. I'll show you what is the difference between Google Form and Quiz. See, here earlier answer key was missing. So I need to give the answer key also. So I'll click on, if you click only on excellent, then only I'll give you 1 mark. So this is the correct answer. Fine. And I wish to elaborate the answer to the student, see why I'm saying communication the two-way process the correct way. I need to explain, so I need to write here. So done. Fine. Who is Prime Minister of India? Again, answer key. I need to go to the answer key option. I'll click on Narendra Modi because he is Prime Minister of India. Then 1 and done. Now, what will impact of COVID-19? Again, I need to give answer key. So answer key, I'll click here. Make all other answers as incorrect or anything, any correct answers, like it will affect a lot. Although in quizzes, these kind of questions we do not give, we give multiple choice questions because it's very difficult to evaluate, because I'm writing it will affect a lot. Others may be right, it will leave a great impact. Both are same, both are entirely correct, but in answer key, it will not allow them to write the other question also, other option also. Fine. Now here, again, I need to add answer key. So, or let me just delete all these things by which I can just show you. I'm just deleting it, and just deleting it. So I have only 2 questions. I'll go to the actual form. See, what is your opinion for Google Form? I need to click on excellent part. I know it's, and I have to also submit my email ID, because remember in general part I asked you to mention to collect all the email IDs. So excellent. And now who is Prime Minister of India? Intentionally, I'll be marking on Manmohan Singh. Fine. And again, it says that this question is of 1 mark, this question is of 1 mark. Now I'll submit. And as you remember, while we were converting a form to quiz, So it says that give the answers immediately. I'm submitting. View score. And see how poor I am. 1 out of 2. Excellent was correct answer because I clicked on excellent. But in Prime Minister of India is wrong. And I can see, I can see what is the correct answer here. I clicked on Manmohan Singh, but the correct answer is Narendra Modi. So by this, you can create Google Forms. Sorry, Google quizzes also, and immediately you can give the answers. Clear? Now I'll again come to my slides. So quizzes, this we have already discussed. Done. Now the important question. I believe yesterday when I shared the form, many of you have seen or maybe observed you are unable to click on that form because it says that now time is over. So how to restrict the responses, limit the responses? So in that case, I need to add add-ons. Fine. And because I have already added add-ons, and what kind of add-ons will helpful in restricting the responses? In which, again, go to your, first go to your form which you have opened. So at the right hand stream, you find those 3 dots. Click on that, you will find add-ons option. Let me show you, otherwise it will be confusing. See, these 3 dots you can see, fine. Click on this. Once you are clicking on this, you will find add-ons options. Clear? Click on add-ons options. And just a minute, there. You will see this type of window. So, just to limit the form or limit the time, you can use form notifications. Please write down or please take a note of this. Form notifications, form limited. These 2 or 3 are the apps which you need to add on. So I have already installed so that you can see it's installed. Otherwise, you can click on it. Let's see if I say Form Ranger, click on it. So you need to install it. This Form Ranger is not applicable for this. I'm simply doing it for the sake of your understanding. So continue, and once I'm continuing it, I need to choose my account. Again, it will ask, it will take all the permissions, allow it. And now it has been installed there. Clear? So once we have already installed, so now I'll show you how you can limit your forms and everything. I don't want to use this Form Ranger. So I want to make this form as a limited or form limit. So I'll go to, once you have added any add-on in your form, you will find this kind of option. Can you see this? So click on this. So I have added 4 add-ons. Email notifications from Google Forms. These are the apps. So please make note of these are apps. Email notifications for Google Forms. Form notifications. Form limiter. So these 3 will help us to limit the time period. So now I'll show you how this form can be restricted. So I'll click on email notifications for the Google Forms. There is some problem because let me first close all these things, then it will appear because Meanwhile, I'm sharing it and you all can do that because I need to finish this thing also. So once you have added those add-ons, I've shown you the options. How can you add on these add-ons? Then you find these kind of options you can add, or you can search from here if you know any other specific thing. Then form limiter. This is one of the best apps which you can use, or email notifications for Google Forms. These two things can be used by you. I'll prefer to go with the second one, email notifications for Google Forms. Fine. Once you go to email notification for Google Forms, you find this kind of options. As I've shown you, there was some network issue, that's why I'm unable to connect. But email notifications for Google Forms, because at that time when I created this slide, there were 3 apps which we added on. So email notifications, click on this. I have clicked on email notifications for Google Forms. So if you purchase this add-on, in that case, you can use all these options. If you haven't purchased, in that case, you can use limit Google Form response. So I'll click on this. Once I'm clicking on limit Google Form response, so I find this kind of window in which, see, when can you open the form and the time you can select. And meanwhile, may I please request all of you, those who have selected, accepted the invitation sent by my Google Classroom, a Google form of feedback is there. Please fill that form also. I need to show that. Then close the form. Click here. You will find the date and time also. And let's see, I want after 200 entries, it should be restricted. So I can mention 200 here. Clear? Don't do anything with this particular option. Leave it as it is. Don't do that anything. And then at the end, even you can write a message. So sorry, you are late, or so sorry, the form is like over, or the last date of form is over, or you are not allowed to fill the form, something like that. And then you can save. Clear? And there is an important thing in this, which it also says that the actual open and close time may vary plus or minus half an hour. So because it is not licensed version, so that is very variable thing, hardly matters. Fine. So we can understand. Another option, another add-on is form limiter. Form limiter, again, go to this, click on set limit. Once you click on set limit, you find this kind of option. In this, you can click on date and time. Click on date and time. And although there are these 3 kinds of options, but we need to simply restrict them because I've sent a quiz to you, all of you, and that quiz must be attended within half an hour, within 15 minutes. I know this form, I know the question as well as the answers. So I know what is the exact time period. Maybe that quiz can be given in 10 minutes. Maybe that quiz can be given in half an hour. So I need to fix only date and time. Once I'm fixing the date and time, once I click on date and time option, then select date and select time, we'll see, and it is done. So till now, any doubt, all of you? Is there any doubt? And I